Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Morning Minutes. Myself, Michael Bergio, Mark Novak, using a new stream service, trialing it up. So forgive us, but we'll see how your experience is. We're going to be talking about you can't get a loan, you buffhead. What are we talking about, Mr. Novak?
You know what? With people, we take it for granted. People take it for granted. We don't go through the loan process a lot. So, but, people don't. Australians don't. So what is, and it's changing all the time. Every 6 months, every 12 months, compliance, this, that, it's always changing. So we thought we would just quickly go through the top 5 points of why people can't get a loan, which will be reasons why you can start considering these things and shaping your finance. And show what's shaping your finance, Michael.
Shaping your finance will be just you do an analysis of your spending and income. And let's say, for example, you like to play sports bet, TAB sports bet. But the banks hate that. If they see any gambling on your bank account records, it's almost like an instant no. So shaping your finances, naughty, would be, I'm going to apply for a loan in 2 months. I'm not going to not do any sports bet over my bank account. I'll do it cash so they can't see it. Now, that is one of the biggest reasons, ones to do.
That's shaping. That's shaping.
Yep.
If they see any gambling on your bank account records, it's almost like an instant.
What happened?
Okay. I just opened up on Facebook so I can watch it live and see the lovely comments from Jeff Luby. Good morning. Philip from the UK. Good morning. Mick Stewart. Great to have you all on the show this morning. What else? And also, so Mark, when we talk about things changing through finance, now people go, what do you mean? What changes? Now, one of the biggest change, there's a few levers that change that can get better or worse for people. And serviceability, i.e., how much income, it's a formula. Basically, it's times 6 serviceability, which means ish. So what that means is if your income's 100,000 a year, times 6 maximum loan roughly is about 600,000 they'll give you.
Yes.
So what else is a lever, Mark?
Another one is a lot of people don't just wait to go for the larger loan. So instead of actually getting, and this is probably one of the biggest mistakes, people will stay out of the property market because of lack of funding. They want to buy a 2-bedroom unit for $800,000, $700,000, and they can't afford it. So they stay out of the market. They keep chasing the that property, and that property keeps going up in value, and they never actually have enough deposit, and that property keeps going up in value. So there's one of the mistakes, and I'd say mistake number 2 is just buy within your means and then do the upgrade later. So people with a small family, they want to have a room for the child. Don't worry about the room for the child. Rent a property with the room for a child, and buy a property which is a studio or a 1-bedder, and get into that, play that long game where you can then later sell the studio or sell the 1-bedder to buy the 2-bedder to have the pub.
I love it.
Second room.
That's gold. So many people, when looking to buy, and as they say, their first property, they're looking to buy the dream property, everything they've dreamed of, and they're chasing it. And look at it this way, if the market on average is going up 10% a year, so 700 grand now goes to 770, a lot of incomes haven't gone up that much. And if you're 20 grand behind, to save an extra 20,000, it's very tough. So buy what you can buy when you can buy. As soon as you can buy, and whatever it is. And there's nothing wrong with not owning where you live as long as you got money in the market. Wouldn't you agree?
Yep. Big time. Even though I got stuff all going over my head and everything on the comments, that's fine.
It's crazy. look at that. G'day, Luke.
Look at Nick Friend. Love that. Buy what you can afford where you can. And guys, you can always. But you know what? People don't have that long game, Michael. They don't have that. It's amazing the amount of people that actually are making their play for the next couple of months or couple of years. They never have that long-term 5 or 10-year vision. Now, the people that do are heavily rewarded. Back to what we're talking about, top 5 don'ts for, which I haven't spelled correctly, top 5 don'ts for property funding. What else? So number 1, you were saying watch your spending, because they can see they got transparency on your account. So if you like doing a betting on a horse for Melbourne Cup, bet on that horse with cash. Don't bet on that horse by direct depositing while you're in the TAB shop, because it will come out and your lenders will actually see that. Number 2 was buy something just smaller, even out of the area, rent the thing out, and get that as an investment. What are the other don'ts?
Also, get your income in paper, not just cash. So if you're an operator who has a lot of cash, just for the couple months that they're going to look at your statements, have your employer maybe put it in cash, bump up your wage, just have it all on record, because
okay, so say that again. Okay, cool. So make sure it's recorded correctly. Your wage.
Correct.
I thought I heard something different. Make sure it's okay. Cool. Yep.
Because I think that's a big. What else? Then you've got. So we've got the serviceability. Buy within your means. What's the other big one? A bit of a mind blank.
Another one that I find with property funding is people just don't think they can get it, and what people forget about is it's a free question. It's a free question. So guys, when you're going for a loan, if the bank says no, you don't get slapped, you don't get spanked, you don't get put in the naughty corner. Nobody knows about it. So just ask. It's a free question. A broker out these days, to walk into a broker's office and ask the broker for funding. If he says no, he's not going to tell anyone. So, and most often the demons are going on in your mind where you're saying, "Nah, I don't reckon I could. Nah, I reckon I don't," because what people aren't recording is, as part of it's going on in your head, ask, it's free. The government's got all these things to help you. They will let you use your super to buy if you're a first home buyer. There's regulations around it. Look into it.
So that's a big tip. Apply. So many people don't.
Apply.
They sit at home going, "No, I can't get it. Have you applied?" No. So ask the question. And the other tip, Mark, remember, get a credit card. If you have no history, get a credit card, use it a little bit, but have a good record, because having no credit history is not necessarily a good thing. Just have good credit history. So another thing, if you're going in for a loan, Mark, cancel the credit cards. If you don't need, you may have 1 or 2, cancel one, reduce the limit a lot.
That's number 4, guys. That's number 4. The credit card, you're right, shows that you're well behaved and shows you can beat to a pattern. It's good while you're winding up for a loan. Now, guys, the banks now have visibility for 2 years back.
Yes.
If you've missed a credit card payment or a payment, they can see that 2 years back. Be really good with your payments. Now, something you've brought up, the banks will assess about 3 or 4% above the current interest rate when they're assessing you.
What does that mean?
I tell you, they will say, can Michael afford to, will they say, can Michael Bergio afford to pay the loan at 2.5%? No. They will say, can Michael Bergio afford to pay the loan at 7.5%?
So there's already a buffer in there if people are worried about it.
There's a buffer in there. But guess what a credit card is?
But
it works out to about 40 to 45%.
Yes, every dollar of a credit card availability is, I think it's 50 cents or off what you can loan.
Yeah,
so
and then the payment's much heavier. So when you've got a credit card of 10, 20 or 30 grand, or you got 2 credit cards of 20, you are being assessed on hundreds of thousands of dollars of loans in a conventional residential way. So the assessment criteria in a credit card is a killer. Chop up the credit cards, when you go for the loan. Chop
Yeah.
them up. Chop them up.
All right, let me go through a couple of comments. We've got a lot of comments here, a lot of people watching. Mark, I really like the stream. It's got subtitles for you as well, live subtitles.
Yes. Have you seen, there's Michael, can you see Michael Edwards' comment on the screen?
It did pop up. I can't see it on the iPad. So everyone watching, let us know if you prefer this live stream or Zoom, if there's a difference.
This one's going across the screen. When you're launching property finance, Anmal's just popped on. G'day, Anmal. Luke saying low credit card limits. Saying I'm also fired up. Running up, people looking to run up the ladder is high risk. It's true, and I'm getting bipped, so I'm just going to move now. In a car park, wouldn't be driving on the street. Rent vesting is a good idea. Rent vesting is a good idea where, no, you're not going to live in it. Yes, you're going to rent it out, and then you're going to go and rent something else. Any other tips we got?
You're going to be looking at this 3 to 6 months prior to wanting to buy is probably the biggest tip, because there's a few things you need to buy. If you need to not have your TAB sports bet on your account, they're going to look 3 months behind. So you can't just do it for a week. You need to be thinking in advance. And
that's called shaping. So that's called shaping, guys.
Yep. I just think the biggest tip is engage a broker. Not necessarily a bank. We love the brokers. They've got access to every bank. So getting in contact with a great broker, buy within your means. I think we've nailed the head on a lot.
Anmal may have some good ones. Uber Eats.
Yes, good point.
Okay, that's a great point. Your patterns on Uber Eats will be taken as a commitment, potentially, when you're applying for funding. So if all the patterns you have, guys, are going to be counted towards your behavior. So whether that's good behavior or bad behavior, it's now all on the radar. So Job Seeker, Job Keeper, frozen my loans, haven't frozen my loans, Uber Eats, TAB, genuine savings, all of that stuff. Lauren Hill saying brokers work for you. They really, really do. They're a free hit. Elisa saying broker is gold. And we've got good ones that we can recommend as well. Now, to finish off the show, guys, if you've got a pen and paper, I'm going to give you a mobile number, 0460 111 111. 0460.
Put in the comments. Hang on.
Put in the comments.
Yeah, 0461.
0460 111 111. If you SMS that number, FHB, the three government first home buyer grant incentives will be sent to you. The link, the government links, not the bullshit links, the real links from the real government. If you SMS that number for broker, a preferred broker that we use in Sydney will come to you, called Mark Conway, and other brokers are great out there that we can recommend to you as well. So that's the number that's come up on the screen, 0460 111 111. And if you SMS the word FHB, or the letters acronym FHB to that, then you'll get all the first home buyer stuff coming out to you.
I got it. So everyone watching.
Hey!
Well, let me go there.
I love it. I love it.
FHB, there's the number.
So they're the three grants. So yes, can I have a look at that again quickly?
Certainly.
Can you put that on the screen? So very professional the way we're doing this. So there you go, guys. I can just read that. 5%. Your screen just dimmed. 5% with no LMI. So the government will top up LMI for you. Partial exemption on stamp duty, or no stamp duty, and using your super. If you want those links, SMS that number. You're not going to be spammed or anything. You're not going to be sent a message ever again. That's just a system we use to help people out. That's for first home buyers, and they are the 5 things that we see buyers come undone with property funding. Watch out. Don't do it. Before you walk into getting a loan, consider these things we've just spoken about. If you want to have a light conversation with us, call us and ask us. about property funding, we can go through it with you. We can refer you to a good broker. We do not make money from brokers. They do not pay us referral fees, but we know it just helps people when you have a really good broker. Boom.
It does. Boom, that's a wrap. Welcome to the live stream edition of Morning Minutes. I really like this. I love the comments that popped up. Thank you for everyone with comments. You're the best. And we're going to be back tomorrow morning, 7:45.
Hey, Michael, can I show you something? Look at this.
Hang on. I don't. Yep.
Look at that.
Nothing's
See
up. No. Because I'm doing a different screen.
You've got the proper screen up. Yeah, you got to have the proper screen up because all the comments come up on that screen.
Yeah, because I was editing. All good.
Yeah.
That's a wrap.
All right. Love ya. Love ya.
Thank you.
See ya. Bye.
Legends.
Savannah Rose for Jess and Angus. It's true. Guys, share this. That's a good idea, Danny.
Yes,
share
please
this
share.
with your friends and family because some of this stuff, even if you're watching it, you might go, yep, know it, yep, heard of it. But most people don't. So by you sharing it with those guys, it helps us grow our audience. It helps them, buy a property, get property funding and understand real estate. Anyway, love ya.
Thank you all. Cheers.
See
You've
ya.
got to
Bye.
end on your end, Mark.
Yeah, we'll do. See ya.
Bye.